Hello! So this video I'm going to show you how I apply my Color Street. I am going to do a Mix Mani. So I have got the, this is called Wicked Cool. This is a glitter called Most Definitely. And then I'm utilizing some open packs of Swiss and Tell and Between the Lines. So everything that you need comes inside of this package. It's got a tear strip on the back, so just tear it open. And inside, this is your pack of nail strips. There are a total of 16 nail strips in here. This is your prep pad that you just kind of like an alcohol pad where you'd wipe your nails. And then we have the nail file. It's got instructions here in case you need a reminder on how to apply. So I'll take all this out. I have already, after I took my nails off, I washed my hands. Look how pretty. So pretty. I washed my hands, buffed out my nail, or filed, kind of trimmed, buffed out my nails. This is the alcohol prep pad, so I'm just going to wipe each nail down. And then after I filed and buffed and everything that I wanted to shape my nails, I washed them again. I did use Dawn dish soap to wash it. It just, if you happen to have oily nail beds, it just helps kind of cut the oil on your nails. Makes the strips stick a little bit better. So now that I have wiped my nails, this is your pack of strips. On the back, it's got the name of them. There is a tear tab right here where you can tear it open. I do it a little bit different because I'm very terrible at names. So I want to save those names so that I know what the name of the sets of the strips are. So I put these down at the other end. I will cut them open from the other side. That way, when I reseal them, like this is one of my resealed packages. When I reseal them, see, I did this one wrong. I did this one correct. So I resealed it on this side, and I put, that way the name is down here. Because otherwise, it's going to be like this, where the name is up here. And now, when I cut this open today, I'm going to have to cut below here, and I'm going to reseal over the name, and now I won't know what name it is. So that's why I do it this way, so that way that name is down here. So we are going to pull these out. We've got 2 strips. If you have short nails, one might be enough, because what you would do is you would do, I can do it on my pinky nails, but I can't do it on the rest of them. You would do half of the nail strip on one side and do the other on the other side. So I will show you with one, and you'll kind of learn over time which nail fits your nails. Because what you do is you kind of go through them and be like, you know, okay, so that one's going to fit there. And they're kind of different even shapes, like on this side versus this side. They're a little bit different shapes to help to meet up with your nail shape. So I already know that this one goes on my pinky. I gotta remember my order of strips here. So it is, okay, I should have showed you. I'll show you on the next one. You peel off the clear layer on the top, and then you peel the white layer off the bottom. And it's sticky. You can kind of reposition it if you need to. So what you do, see if I can get an angle here, is you just take it and you meet it up to your cuticle. See, just kind of stick it on, and then I just smooth it out. So if you missed, don't push on it very hard in the very beginning. If you missed, I got it pretty darn close, a little off, but it works. I'll file it down. So I got that, see the back side. So I'm gonna pull that little tab off. And with this one, that is big enough for me to do my other nail. So I'm gonna kind of fold it down here a little bit around the edge. Don't want it to stick to itself. Okay, So now I've got, and you could use scissors and cut these in half. I just kind of tear them. So now I've got the other half. I'm going to stick it to this nail. Did I get that right? First shot, look at that. So this one I'll just need to trim up a little bit because of the shape, which isn't, I use my thumb as kind of a tool, and I can kind of go in here and tear the strip at the cuticle. Just kind of tear that off. In general, I kind of go back afterwards with the file. And that's it. And I usually will leave these edges kind of folded over like that just in the very beginning. I don't know, I think it kind of helps it cure a little bit. Okay, so now I gotta remember I'm doing a mix. So my next nail is gonna be white. So I'm cutting open my sealed package and cut it all the way. This is not something that Color Street endorses, but a lot of people do it. I have saved them for about a year at the very most. I wouldn't suggest going much longer than that. My last set was a little bit difficult to apply, but it worked. Okay. So, make sure I'm going to match up here with what finger is going to fit. I like that one. Tear off both. Put these back in. And now I will reseal these for next time. So I'm done with those. So here's your one strip. It's got this little clear. This is your clear protector. Peel that off. And then you've got this little tab here. And then you peel that off. And then you go outside.
What are you doing?
And then we're going to do the same thing. Kind of lay it on like that. Smooth it down. See, I got a little wrinkle. Kind of lift it back up a little bit. Smooth out my wrinkles. And a lot of that's going to get hidden too after we're done. Okay, so we've got number 2. Go to the other side. Oops. Didn't file that one as good as I thought. So we're just going to lay it on here. Oop, the tab came off with it. See, oop, I missed. So I'm going to pull this one back off. Try it again. So I just kind of stick it mostly to the top of my nail first. Kind of eyeball if I lined it up. And I did, so now we're going to smooth it all out. Sorry, the camera, I need to probably move the camera down. So usually I'm sitting in my bed doing this. That is kind of my time. So we're gonna go on to the next one. We don't need that one. So same thing, we're just kind of repeating the process with each nail, just matching up to see, and that is not the one I want. This is, I think, the one. Yeah, that's the one I want. So same thing, clear, pull the tape off. See, we just kind of line it up right there at the cuticle. Just kind of lay it over it, and then smooth it down. So you don't really want to get any of it on your cuticle because it will lift prematurely. It doesn't, it's not designed to stick to the cuticle, so like I did get a little bit on the cuticle here. I will end up filing that off, or after it dries, it's really easy to just kind of like see in that one. I just kind of stuck my fingernail in there and it just tore it.
Mommy.
Out.
Mommy.
Out, please.
Mommy.
Sorry, my boys. Okay, so next one. Go to this nail. And you kind of figure out your own order. Sometimes I will do all one hand at the same time. Sometimes I'll kind of bounce back and forth. You just kind of figure out what works for you. What works for one person might not work for someone else. Now I should show you this. This is called the anchor method, which I actually learned this not too long ago. And you take the white piece, you stick it to that, and then you can use this as a guide. Kind of gives you a little bit more control of the how to place the nail. I did a pretty elaborate mixed mani a while back, and it really, really helped using the anchor method. I just felt I had more control because I was laying strips diagonally. I felt like I had more control. Okay, there we go. Got 2 left. Kind of put these away. Okay. Going kind of fast because it gets a little repetitive. We'll do the anchor method again. Stick it to the right side here. I'll use the anchor method. Kind of stick it, line it right up with that cuticle. There we go. And some people will start, I used to always start at my thumbs, and then I learned it's really better to start at your pinkies, so that way you can utilize your thumb as a tool. But it's all personal preference. I never had any issues starting with my thumbs, but now I've kind of made it a habit to start with my pinkies. Okay. There'll definitely be a little bit of cleanup today. Just want to make sure that you don't stick the strip to itself, because it's not going to unstick. So, and these are, it is actual nail polish. Like, you can totally smell the nail polish. And it comes off with just regular nail polish remover. There's nothing special that you have to use. I just use a regular nail polish remover with, I have these little fun clips that I clip on my nail, and cotton balls. It's just regular cotton ball, and these little fun clips. And that's how I take them off. Just takes a few minutes. So now I'm down to my thumbs. I've got all of those on. So, and something else that I generally do too, which I'm not doing today, is you can take the leftover strip, like my leftover that I have there, and put it on your toes. So now you can get a mani and pedi. I can get a mani and pedi out of one set. It's just the way my nails are shaped. The very biggest strip that is perfect size for my toe, for my big toe, and then I have really tiny other nails, so the leftovers from all these would go right on my toes without any problem. Okay, we got our last one here. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add to my ring finger. That is going to be my accent nail for this one. Up. If you are new to Color Street and you have not applied a set before, I always recommend to start with a glitter. I think they are the easiest to apply. They are a little bit thicker, so I'm putting all of my strips back into the original pouch. They're a little bit more forgiving. This set is a really great solid. I really like the new formulation for solids. But glitters hide. They hide, you know, little imperfections. I'll be able to go in and hide most. I got not very many, just like one little wrinkle. I gotta clean up my cuticles. I got them on my cuticles a little bit. But glitters will generally hide any imperfections. Okay, so now we're gonna go to, gotta clean my space up. This is called Between the Lines. This is gonna be the first part of my accent. And it's kind of the same thing. We need to find which nail we want to use. Put this back in the package. And then how I reseal these is I take a flat iron and I just singe the edges. And it works. Some people that will put them in the freezer, which then you definitely want to defrost them before you use them. If your hands are really cold, warm them up. Use a heating pad. Set the strips on a pad. They apply much easier with warm hands and warm strips. All right, so this is Between the Lines. So it is a clear overlay. So all we're gonna see is the color from underneath. And I'm definitely gonna use the Inker method with this one because when you are doing layers, there is no pulling it off. When it's on, you're done. That's it. So be a little bit more careful. As I'm trying to, so I can see, you can see and I can see. Okay. Got it on. We're gonna smooth it down. Just don't get any wrinkles. Okay, so then we got our accent nail so far. There's one more piece I'm going to do to this particular one. I'm going to do the other side. There's my strip. See, and I'm handling it. You can touch it. It doesn't affect it. Okay, so we're going to line this up here. Lay it down. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got accents. Fuzz from that cotton ball. Okay, so now I'm gonna open up this new package really quick. And this is called Most Definitely. This is a glitter, and I already know which nail I'm after, so we're just gonna pull what I want. Put the rest back in. So this is a clear glitter. So it will be the white on there is actually clear, and so the only thing we're gonna see is the glitter. So we're gonna pull this off. I'll show you. Pull this off. Come on. See. Just a clear glitter. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to anchor this. Make sure I get it on the right side there. We're going to anchor it, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to lay it over. Almost missed. Smooth it down. And then there we go. So I got a little bit of that teal glitter to match my teal nails. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side. I really like this anchor method. Get the right side here. it on. And we're just going to kind of tear it off. And then that's it. So then what you want to do is take the, and this is all personal preference when it comes down to this part. So if I'm doing these at night, right before bed, a lot of times I'll leave the edges. I'll leave the tips kind of curled over, kind of like that, and I'll let it cure. Kind of just depends on what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm going to go ahead and just file them down. When you file them down, you want to go down. So that way you're not tearing the strip up and disturbing the top of the nail. So you just file it down like that and trim up the edge. Kind of pull off the extra or just keep filing. And then that's it. And you just go through and do that for each nail. And I got on the cuticle a little bit on that one. So a lot of times I'll just kind of take my file and kind of rub on it, get it to tear. Just like that. I tore off a little bit of extra. And then that's it. Just kind of go one by one. I am going to clear coat these. I'll do that real quick. I'll just go one by one. Get a little bit of excess. So it doesn't take much. So after you put your strips on, you want to give them about 30 minutes before submerging them in water, applying cuticle oil, things like that. It just gives them time to cure. And then that's it. So there's options for top coat. You can use Clear as Day as a top coat. You can use a liquid top coat. I've been pretty obsessed with this new one. What you need, buddy? Almost done. So this is OPI's. It's called a plumping top coat. I really like this one. My last mani I had on for 2 weeks, which is a really long time for me. Usually I'm like 7 to 10 days because I like to change my nails. But my last one, I kept them on for 2 weeks, and really, I could have kept them on longer. So I'm just going to apply this just like you would to regular nails. And this actually dries really fast. The beauty of Color Street does have a top coat. And I like that top coat. But for some reason, I really like this one. But if I was doing nail art or like one of the manis I did had nail tape, definitely Clear as Day. This plumping top coat did not cut it whatsoever. And this dries super fast. I was really impressed on how fast it dried, because that's my biggest thing. I need my nails to dry fast because, you know, I have laundry waiting for me right now to go move. But that's it. Kind of see, you kind of pick up the sparkle a little bit in that nail. But that is it. I'm ready to go. If I hadn't used this, I would be doing laundry at the moment. But now I'll just wait. I think the last time I used it, it took about 3 or 4 minutes and it was dry. I will go ahead and I'm going to do my other hand. But that's it. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm not going to smudge. Not going to ruin them by touching something. I don't have to like sit and just be. I can go on with my day, go chase my kids around, things like that. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, just let me know.